there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. When attractive women chase you, even when you're in a relationship. This podcast is sponsored by X-Wolf Testosterone Builder. Gentlemen, are you struggling in the body, sex, or mental game? Need to keep pace with multiple women? There is an answer for you. X Labs presents a proven line of products to help in those areas. Our X-Wolf Testosterone Booster aids in intense workouts in the gym and in the bedroom. Increased blood flow and a heightened libido are just a few of the many benefits. X-Wolf contains all natural ingredients that have been used in Eastern medicine for centuries. All products come with a 30-day free trial and free standard shipping. Use code ROM10 for an additional 10% off of your order at checkout. The code will be valid through December 20th. Click the link below in the description to find out more. Quantities are limited. Make a select choice, unleash your inner wolf, and lead the pack today. So check it out, y'all. Check it out. There was this brother. He hit me up privately, and he didn't actually ask for this a public podcast on it. But I said, that's a common thing when we're talking about select men. When we talking about select men, because, this part of the select manosphere, and we got to talk about some real issues, that select men going to face, while non-select men talking about, having trouble with the women and stuff. Select men usually got to deal with more than one. So, in this case, say you in a relationship already, you got a woman. But other women gonna come for you. In fact, that's a lot of times when women see a woman or see a man, he fine to her, everything, he's attractive, and he got a woman or he got a ring on his finger. The other women come just as hard. In fact, that's the thing. It's kind of ironic. Women complain about men cheating, and I'm like, but y'all don't talk about the women throwing it at them. So, but that can be a whole other conversation. So, okay, so you're in a relationship, right? You're in a relationship. You got a good woman. Like, she's an asset. Remember, I did a podcast before. Like I said, a woman needs to be she needs to be an asset to you. If she's a liability, don't deal with it. So you got a good woman. And plus, you one of those select dudes that's not on that whole player thing. Because, you working on your regular job, or you got your profession, or anything of that sort, maybe because you go to church or mosque or whatever, you're just not down for all of that. You cool. And also another time you could be down for, you did all that chasing when you were young, or rather you entertained the women more when you were young. But then as you got older, you were like, one quality woman beats 20 just regular women or even attractive women throwing it at you. Okay. But the thing is, once you at that level, the game don't stop. Even if you say you ain't playing the game, they ain't stopping the women from coming at you. So what do you do when attractive women chase you, even when you're in a relationship? Well, it depends on the nature of your relationship and where you at. Now, if you that guy, you good with that one woman, you just gotta let the other women know. It's just that simple. You just say, hold up, you're attractive, everything, but, I'm all about this woman. I'm all about it, right? Because I know, and of course I know some people say, well, you should take that other woman and everything. Let's be clear. A man deals with women on his own terms. If he don't feel like dealing, if he just wants to deal with one, then he just deal with one. So that's the main thing. So if they chase you, you just got to let them know. And also pay attention to any tricks, because sometimes you can be in a position where you still let them know and they all cool, but then all of a sudden they doing little stuff to seduce you, and they might even start trying to put some stuff in your ear about your woman. Say, well, I heard she did this, or I saw her here. I've seen that happen before. Like, women just blatantly lie. Yeah, that whole United Woman thing and sisterhood thing go out the door if two women want the same men and they haven't decided to share. But let me get into it some more. Okay, say like if you like say there's a situation where you are interested in that other attractive woman or something. Well, it comes down to the nature of your relationship. Now, one of like I haven't really got deep into some other aspects of relationships that are really happening. Stuff like open relationships where, both parties agree to deal with somebody else as long as there's some parameters, or, or a polyamorous relationship, or it could even be relationships where a married relationship where both parties are interested in polygamy. See, that's something that's not discussed enough in when we talk about relationships, but it's actually more common in this country than people realize. It's not legal and it's not legally married, but there are plenty of groups, especially if they either Hebrew Israelite or Muslim, who might have multiple wives. So if that's a situation where a woman chasing you and stuff, as long as she's following the protocol that you're good with, even as long as she's following it. But the key is you as a man, it has to be done on the terms that you decide, and you have to be like just honest with your mate. Because there's some guys, they'll tell their women straight up, hey, you know what, you cool, you number one, but every now and then I just want another woman. Now, some guys might, some guys will lie about it or something because they don't want the other woman feeling the need to go out. But see, that's the thing about it. We don't discuss that enough. But in the real life situations where you have situations like that, sometimes the other one, the wife or the main one, might bring in the second person. She might bring in the second woman. Like in cultures that practice polygamy, people don't realize a lot of times it's the women that bring in the second mate. They'll bring in the second wife. They'll hit the husband up and say, hey, I got this woman here. She needs to be with somebody. You can be in it. And then, many cultures, they feel like, especially in some Muslim cultures, they say, hey, yeah, you can have up to 4 wives as long as you treat them all equally. So that plays a part in it, as long as you straight up. But then you got a situation, a lot of people ain't in those groups that might practice polygamy, or they might not be down for open relationships or polyamory, anything like that. It would be like a no-go. So it still gets down to, okay, how you going to deal with that? Well, I would say this. Remember what I said up at first, which I had discussed in the video before about that asset versus liability thing. All right, so if you got a very attractive woman, right? You got a very attractive, she's down, she's feminine, she's submissive, and all of that. But then you get some more attractive women coming for you, and they the exact same thing. You still got to break it down to the whole asset and liability thing, and you got to weigh it. You can't be emotional in this. Because, okay, say you got that, that one woman who's definitely down for you. That second one who's showing the similar traits could be faking. And she might not be a long-term asset. She might seem like that on the surface while she's trying to get you. Because, when women trying to get what they trying to get, very seductive. The rules go out the door. So you got to look at that. And you got to look at everything. Like when a man, like I've said, and players know this, women choose the men. But see, the non-players, a lot of guys, they don't understand the meaning behind it. When a woman says when a woman chooses a man, all she doing, that's just a terminology for saying she's opening the door. She's open to that man. He still got to deal with her on his terms and decide he wants to accept the choice, which he can or cannot. It's up to him. That's when a man has power. Because when it happens like that and she's made that choice, then you got the power to deal with it when you feel like it. Whenever. And to set the terms of the relationship. So if you decide, like say you decide, you know what, this woman's attractive, I'm cool with this other one, but I want to deal with this. And you might just say, okay, here's the parameters we're going to deal. You tell the other woman, all right, here's how you can get this product. an analogy would be when you're trying to buy some type of product at a store, but they setting the price. It's the same thing. They choosing to buy, but then you setting the rules as to how they can buy. So when you're dealing with that situation, you gotta look at it all, because you can't be emotional about it. That's the thing. Men have to have some. You gotta look at every single thing, set the terms for it. Be honest. There's no need to lie about it. Like I say, there's a lot of situations where women do shit. They'll come in as the second woman. There's several cultures. It's interesting we don't talk about that enough. But they good for it. As a man, you got to set the terms on how everything is going to happen. That's the key. It could be, hey, you have them as the secondary or tertiary women. Or you could say, I ain't down for any of that. You just got to keep walking. But that's on you. Remember, a man has that choice in the matter. All right? So whatever you do, the key is, one, you maintain control, and then you set the terms on how you want to deal with it, if you want to deal with them at all, or whatever you want to do, but you set the terms for it. So, and the only suggestion I would give is make sure that they're an asset. Make sure they're an asset, because a liability causes more trouble than it's worth. So anyway, that's all I got on that one. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.